back in the early 90s and the late 80s, Marie and I started doing ministry in other parts of the world and doing concerts in Eastern Europe and all over. And we got a call from a man in South Africa that our name had come to him, and he brought Christian concerts to South Africa, and I think one time he brought Billy Graham, and he brought a lot of other people into South Africa, and he wanted me to do a tour in South Africa. So we scheduled that. It was to be about 3 weeks, and we started out in Pretoria, and then we went to Escort and several other places, and we ended up in Durban, and it was a really kind of a dangerous time there. The Zulu and then in Karta were having a war against each other, and it was amazing to see the massacres that were happening there. And in Durban, it was heavily Zulu, and the missionary there that was kind of in charge of part of our concert asked if we would like to go to a big celebration that the Zulu were having. And so we got in his car and went, I don't know how far, but we went, and they were having this huge celebration. I don't know if it was for a holiday or what, but we ended up in stands, and there were a lot of people there, and they had all kinds of dancers, and there were all kinds of animals down on one side, and the animals were making all kinds of noise, and on the left-hand side were a whole bunch of fires and tents, and these were witch doctors that were throwing bones and for fortune telling or whatever, and they were chanting and things like that. And then out in front of us was this whole group of Zulu people that were dancing and hollering and screaming and doing all and singing and doing everything. And all of a sudden, the leader stepped out in front and his hands up and told everybody in the group that was dancing to stop. And he announced, he says, "We have a famous singer from the United States here visiting us, and he's in the audience, and we would like to say, well, we have been singing for you. Would you sing a song for us?" And oh man, that was a shock for me. I had no idea anybody knew I was there. The missionary must have slipped the word to the people. And my first reaction was, I haven't sung all day. I'm not warmed up. I can't sing. I don't even know what to sing. I don't have. And all of a sudden, a song popped into my head, and I started singing this song. And it was the most amazing thing. A hush fell over the whole area. The animals stopped. All the people stopped. The dancing was stopped, of course. All the bone tossers stopped. And it was total silence the whole time I sang. I didn't sing, I just sang the chorus very, very easily, not in an operatic voice. My Jesus, I love thee. And so we're going to play that song for you right now.
My Jesus, I love thee. I know thou art mine. For thee all the follies of sin I resign. My gracious Redeemer, my Savior art thou. If ever I love thee, my Jesus, 'tis now. I love thee because thou hast first